It's Week 9 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Bulldogs and the Ravens, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the London Bulldogs and the Baltimore Ravens. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
Mayfield off the play fake. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. And what a big-time play there. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Hines. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Justin Madubuike gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. 5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
On third down, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Davion Taylor able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number one that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they got out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. That's complete, left side to Bateman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender that...
Touchdown! That's caught. Rashad Bateman, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Ravens are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the eight ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchdown. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Second quarter now, and it's London with the football, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Mayfield. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return will stop right around the 25. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Throwing again on second down. Jackson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On second down, right back to Hines. And some room to roam now. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
On second down, it's Hines. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Throwing, Mayfield. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they're a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
On second down, right back to Hines. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps at just about every play.
Touchdown! And that's caught at the 2. Josh Palmer, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bulldogs are able to cut into that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Let's go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Another shot for Bateman. This time he's got it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson flushed out right. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Jackson from the shotgun. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Takes it at the 7. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That's definitely what we call a defensive auto play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson buying time to his left. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get high.
That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. They'll keep it on the ground. Kendrick. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin. Well, Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield. And his throw here is incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Trey McKinney. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bulldogs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. McCann for the point after. It's good, and it's now 35-14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a give right side. Kendrick. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Able to complete this to Chenault. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Kendrick fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knocking on the door. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Kendrick. And this time he is in. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mayfield now. That's caught right side by Palmer. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Mayfield to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field, and it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Kendrick. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to...
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats when I get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.